take a deep, full breath. Tonight, on the first night of the year, you are invited to be reborn into your personal power. Let that idea rest like moonlight on your skin. This night is a threshold, a soft doorway you open with the gentlest of hands. Nothing here needs fixing. There is nothing broken that cannot be held. You are arriving exactly as you are, and in that arrival, a new tending begins. Begin by letting your breath find its own natural rhythm. In, slow, long, warm. Out, falling away. Allow each exhale to carry a small release, the last thing from the old year, the tightness you've carried like a secret, the shoulds that have become habits. With each inhale, gather what you want to bring with you, the soft lessons, the courage that quietly grew in dark places, the tenderness you learned to give yourself. Breathe in the quiet permission to rest as reclamation. Breathe out the noise that says you must prove your worth. If this night feels important to you and you would like to return to this ritual, feel free now to save or bookmark this. Keep it as a gentle door you can come back to whenever the year ahead needs steadying. Now let your body begin to soften. Soften the forehead. Let the tiny muscles above your eyes and between your brows unclench. Feel the space ease there, like rain wetting dry earth. Let your jaw unclench. Allow your tongue to rest behind your teeth. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears, like a cloak sliding from tired shoulders. Soften the chest and let your heart settle into its natural tide. In and out, a quiet ocean beneath calm moonlight. Feel your belly soften, the belly that remembers how to receive. Let your hips and lower back sink into support. Let your legs release, your calves and feet letting go like roots loosening into the soil. As your body opens to the ground beneath you, hear this truth like a quiet bell. Rest is not passivity. Rest is reclamation. You are not stepping back, you are stepping home. In this reclaiming, you gather yourself, your desires, your edges, your softness, and you begin to organize them around a single, clear intention. To step into the coming year aligned with the fierce, tender energy that lives in you. Place your awareness now at the center of your chest, where your breath meets your body. Imagine a small, warm pulse there, your personal light. With each exhale, that light grows a little more confident. With each inhale, it brightens with acceptance. You do not have to perform. You do not have to fix. You only need to breathe and receive. We will now move into a gentle series of affirmations. I will offer words and you may let them become yours. Say them quietly in your mind as I am statements, or let them sink in as soft truths that your body recognizes more than your mind. The first wave will anchor wholeness in the truth of soft strength. Allow each line to land like a pebble in still water. The ripples are what transformed the deep places. I am already whole.
I am enough in my quietness. I hold softness and strength as one. I rest and build at the same time. I am a sanctuary for myself. I carry tenderness like a secret power. I need not prove my worth to be worthy. I am returned to my center again and again. I am patient with the rhythms of my becoming. I breathe and I remember who I am. Allow these words to wash over you a second time, softer now, as if spoken close to your ear by someone who believes in you without condition. I am already whole. I am enough in my quietness. I hold softness and strength as one. I rest and build at the same time. I am a sanctuary for myself. Notice what shifts as you repeat them. Perhaps a small muscle unwinds, or a memory of gentleness surfaces. That little hinge is the work. Tiny, tender, true. Let the rhythm of the breath and the cadence of these statements settle into your bones. Feel the warmth of the idea that soft things can also hold power, that your delicate edges are not liabilities, but sources of deep authority. Now turn the attention inward, toward your inner knowing, your intuition, the body wisdom that keeps time with seasons and moon cycles. This next wave invites you to trust what your body has long known and to practice receiving with honor. I trust the quiet voice inside me. I listen to my body. It tells me what I need. I allow intuition to guide my choices. I receive comfort without guilt. I accept help as a rightful offering. I honor the cycles that move through me. I let my yes and no be clear and kind. I hold boundaries with tenderness. I rest when my body asks me to rest. I am allowed to change my rhythm. Repeat these lines more softly now, as if you are tucking them into the hollow of your ribcage, where they can germinate in the dark. I trust the quiet voice inside me. I receive comfort without guilt. I let my yes and no be clear and kind. I am allowed to change my rhythm. Notice how permission feels in your body. Receiving does not collapse you. It refills the vessels that sustain your creative, emotional, and physical life. Boundaries are also an act of receiving, choosing what to hold and what to release, what to answer and what to let pass by like leaves on a stream. There is an elegance in selective attention. It preserves your energy and amplifies your tenderness. As you continue breathing, there may be a gentle sense of the feminine archetype moving through you. Softness braided with strength, intuition braided with clarity. This is not about a role you must perform, but a quality to reclaim. The wild, wise, receptive energy that remembers cycles and knows how to bloom again. Allow that energy to gather around your heart like moonlight pooled in a palm. We will now move deeper into embodiment, into the sensual and sacred intelligence of your body. Sensuality here is simple. It is the divine memory of being alive in skin, the way breath tastes on the tongue, the way warmth rests behind the eyes.
This wave invites you to come home to your body with gratitude and gentleness. I live in a body that deserves care. My body is wise and trustworthy. Pleasure is a path to my restoration. My senses are portals to the present moment. I rest into my curves, my scars, my softness. I honor the language of my flesh. My breath anchors me to my truth. I pleasure myself with kindness and consent. I reclaim my sensuality as sacred. I celebrate the temple that carries me. Say them once again, softer still, letting the words drape across muscles and organs like silk. I live in a body that deserves care. My body is wise and trustworthy. I rest into my curves, my scars, my softness. I reclaim my sensuality as sacred. As the night breathes on, imagine the feeling of your skin remembering how to relax into touch, into warmth, into the texture of a blanket, into the way your own hands can be gentle places of refuge. This is not an urgency to perform. It is an invitation to notice, to explore the way presence itself can heal small tensions. A small, warm reminder now. Rest is practice. In the practice of rest, you learn how to receive, how to hold boundaries, how to let your cycles be honored. Tonight, on this first night, you are planting a pattern by the quiet work of your breath and attention. Move now into a softer, almost hush of phrases, short and repeated, like a chant you breathe with. Not out loud, but in the tender hollow of your chest. Repeat each line internally. Let it vibrate through the cells. I am safe. I am held. I am allowed to receive. I am allowed to rest. I am becoming. Once more. Softer. I am safe. I am held. I am allowed to receive. While these affirmations lay their foundations, picture a simple natural image that matches this moment. The moon rising slow and steady over a calm sea. The water moves in patient arcs. The moon does not hurry. In its light, small things are clarified. Imagine your personal power as a silvery tide that inches in, reclaiming stretches of shore it has always owned, but sometimes forgot. You are that shore. Solid, patient, and open to the tide that returns. As the moon rises, notice a small seed within you. An idea, an impulse, a desire that has waited. Maybe it's a whisper you heard last year that never had the space to root. Maybe it's a new intention, gentler boundaries, more presence, the permission to receive praise without shrinking. See that seed tucked in rich, dark soil beneath your navel, at the place where your creative fire and your deep rest meet. It is small, but it is full of potential. Tonight you are not compelled to force it into bloom. You are simply making a quiet offering of attention and warmth. If a smile nudges the corner of your mouth as you picture this, let it be small and genuine. Your voice's tiny laugh warming things from the inside. You are allowed to be soft and to laugh too.
There is a rhythm to these next moments. 2 rounds of deeper affirmation, each one folding into the next, each one quieter. Allow your mind to accept them without effort. Let the phrases become like moss spreading over a stone, gentle, inevitable. Round 1, a little slower, a little heavier in presence. I am reclaiming my power through rest. I move with the seasons of my life. My softness holds its own authority. I trust the compass of my body. I receive without apology. I honor when I must say no. I create safety for my spirit. I am patient with my unfolding. I celebrate the small steps toward my true pace. I awaken toward alignment. Listen as these thoughts settle. They do not demand action. They settle like warm tea poured into a cool cup. Round 2, quieter now, more internal. Let each line drop like a leaf into a still pond. I am reclaiming my power through rest. My softness holds its own authority. I receive without apology. I honor when I must say no. I awaken toward alignment. There is no failing in being soft. There is no diminishment in choosing ease. These words are not rules. They are invitations to remember how you already move in the world when you are attuned to your own rhythms. Shift your attention now to the edges of your life, the boundaries that protect your heart and help you steward your energy. Think of boundaries not as walls, but as carefully placed hedges that let certain things in and keep others at a respectful distance. Imagine yourself tending those hedges with loving hands, pruning where necessary, allowing light to move between the branches. Each boundary you set is an act of care that preserves space for what truly nourishes you. We will speak a short set of boundary and receiving affirmations, gentle and decisive. I honor my yes and my no. I safeguard my energy with compassion. I receive kindness and reciprocity. I choose people and practices that sustain me. I rest without explanation. I allow my rhythm to change without apology. I trust that saying no creates more room for my yes. I deserve gentle, consistent care. I am worthy of respectful love. I stand in my clarity with softness. Repeat them now, a second wave, each phrase softer, as if you are tucking them close where they will be tended in sleep. I honor my yes and my no. I receive kindness and reciprocity. I trust that saying no creates more room for my yes. I am worthy of respectful love. The night deepens. The breath remains the anchor. There is an expanding steadiness under your ribs, a gathering of resolute that does not shout. It simply is. Bring your attention to the edges of sensation, the weight of your hands, the temperature of the air against your skin, the tiniest hum of your heartbeat. These are the details that anchor you in the body, that teach you to listen past the mind's urgings. When you place gentle attention here, you cultivate a relationship to presence, an intimate contract with reality that says, I will notice.
I will respond with care. We will now move toward a brief visualization to anchor this first night intention. Imagine standing at the edge of a quiet meadow at midnight. The sky is wide and clear, and a soft moonlight spills across the grasses. In the center of the meadow, there is a single bloom, a flower that opens only under moonlight. Its petals are delicate but strong. They fold and unfold in a deliberate rhythm, trusting the dark as much as the light. You are invited to approach this blossom. Notice how you walk, neither rushed nor tentative, with the surety of one who has come to remember something important. As you draw closer, breathe in the scent of the flower. Maybe it holds notes of warm spice, mint, or the clean, wet earth after rain. Let the scent be different for you. Trust your own sense memory. When you are close enough, reach out and touch a petal. It is cool, soft, alive. The contact asks for no words. It asks only that you notice. When your fingers meet the petal, a small pulse travels up your arm and settles into the place between your chest and throat, where voice and feeling meet. There is a quiet acknowledgement there. The flower recognizes you, and you recognize it. At this threshold, you may feel a subtle invitation to step through, to allow your new year to begin not with a list of resolutions, but with a gentle emergence. Imagine the moonlight bending around you like a shawl, and consider how you might step forward with the soft confidence of the bloom, opening when the time is right, recovering after a gust, always returning to the habit of turning toward light. As your attention rests on this image, feel the body's subtle response. Maybe a relaxation in the belly, a lightness in the fingers, a cooling at the temples. These small shifts are the scaffolding of change. They do not announce themselves loudly, but they steady the building of something durable. You are invited now to take one small symbolic step forward in your mind, not a leap that scares the quiet parts of you, but a step that honors both courage and caution. As you step, you bring with you the seed you planted earlier, the phrase or intention that felt most true when you placed it against your sternum. See how the ground beneath your feet holds you. Feel how the moonlight seems to approve, soft, benign, and steady. Hold that image for a moment. You at the edge of a moonlit meadow, a petal between your fingers, a seed warmed by your breath. There is a sense of readiness without demand. There is a soft power that arrives simply because you decided to show up for yourself tonight. And as you stand there, allow a few new affirmations to weave gently into the scene. Short phrases you can carry, like folded notes in a pocket, to be read by the sleeping mind when it wakes. I step forward with soft courage. I allow the year to unfold in its own time. I honor my rhythm above all else. I am open to gentle transformation. I am rooted and rising at once.
Say them once, then again more quietly, letting each pass become more internal, more part of the fabric beneath your skin. I step forward with soft courage. I allow the year to unfold in its own time. I am rooted and rising at once. At this point, the meadow and the bloom begin to blur at the edges as your mind grows heavier with the gravity of sleep. The images do not disappear. They become a low hum beneath the surface of awareness. You do not need to hold them. You only need to let them be placed. The night will do the rest. You might notice now a delicious heaviness, pleasant, safe, settling into your limbs. Continue to breathe, even and unforced. The inhale is an invitation, the exhale a surrender. Each breath pulls you more gently toward the quiet work of the night, where intentions can shift and root without the pressure of waking scrutiny. If you wish, allow your mouth to curve into a small, private smile. This smile belongs only to you, and it recognizes the brave tenderness of the step you have just taken. In the coming moments, we will move deeper into the secret work, seeding these affirmations into the soft soil of the subconscious so they can germinate while you sleep. But for now, keep the image of your hand touching the moonlit petal, the seed warm at your sternum, and the moon steady above you. Hold them lightly, let them sink. The breath continues its slow tide. The meadow grows very quiet. The edges of thought that detail and plan and worry begin to thin like paper held to a candle and dissolved by a careful hand. You do not have to hurry to get anywhere. You only rest into the act of being tended. Notice any final tensions that remain and invite them to let go. This might be a small tightening in the shoulders, a clench in the jaw, a restlessness behind the eyes. As you breathe, imagine those places being bathed in that same moonlight, soft, accepting, warm, and feel them soften like wax melting into a dish of oil. As the body yields, the mind's volume lowers. The affirmations and images you have invited tonight settle into a gentle rhythm, a new lullaby that the night will hum while you sleep. Trust that transformation does not demand your overwatching. It asks only your permission to continue. You are moving now toward a quieter fold of the night. Keep hold of the small coin of intention at your sternum if it comforts you. Let the moonlit petal be your witness. In a few breaths, we will travel down into the deeper quiet where the seeds can be tended without effort. For now, rest with the knowledge that this first night of the year is already changing the shape of what will come by the simple, sovereign act of your rest. The night folds you deeper now. The meadow, the bloom, the seed at your sternum. Let them become a soft chorus that plays beneath everything else. There is no need to hold these images like a list. Simply let them be the quiet music that the rest of you leans into. Your breath keeps time.
The body keeps the truth. You are returning to yourself. We will move into a gentle, steady sequence now. Short waves of phrases spoken as first-person truths, each group lowering slightly in volume and urgency, each one seeding the soil of your deeper mind. Allow them to pass through you like a slow tide. Let their cadence match your breathing. If your eyes are closed, let the dark be a cradle. If you feel sleep tugging, follow it without resistance. Wave of rebirth and personal power. I am open to becoming anew. I welcome the unfolding that is mine to receive. I reclaim the power that rests quietly within me. I move from softness into steady action when it feels right. I am allowed to expand gently without force. I hold my authority and tenderness. I step into the year with calm courage. Repeat these lines again, softer, as if the night itself is whispering them to your bones. I am open to becoming anew. I reclaim the power that rests quietly within me. I am allowed to expand gently without force. I step into the year with calm courage. Notice how each phrase lands differently now, less like an argument to the mind and more like a lullaby to the body. Feel the subtle difference between intention and demand. These words are an invitation, not a to-do list. Wave of receiving and worth. I accept nourishment from life without apology. I deserve care that is steady and kind. I allow others to offer help, and I receive with gratitude. I rest as an act of sovereign care. I am worthy beyond my productivity. I embrace receiving as a sacred, balanced exchange. Say them again, slower, letting each syllable sink into the flesh like warm rain. I accept nourishment from life without apology. I allow others to offer help, and I receive with gratitude. I am worthy beyond my productivity. I embrace receiving as a sacred, balanced exchange. Wave of boundaries and rhythm. I protect my energy with gentle clarity. I honor the limits that keep my heart safe. I say yes when my whole self feels yes. I say no when my whole self needs rest.
I move with the seasons within me. I give myself permission to shift my pace. I allow cycles to teach me how to live. Repeat, softer, as if each word tucks itself into the quiet corners of sleep. I protect my energy with gentle clarity. I say yes when my whole self feels yes. I say no when my whole self needs rest. I move with the seasons within me. I allow cycles to teach me how to live. Wave of embodiment and sensual presence. My body is my home and my ally. I honor the wisdom that rises from my skin and bones. Pleasure can be quiet. It can be restorative. I meet myself with tenderness and curiosity. My senses guide me back to this present moment. I rest into my body's knowing. Say them again, very softly, like a hand over a sleeping forehead. My body is my home and my ally. Pleasure can be quiet. It can be restorative. I meet myself with tenderness and curiosity. I rest into my body's knowing.
As the words wash over you, imagine a network of fine roots extending from your feet and hips into the earth. These roots are patient and exacting. They drink only what is nourishing. Feel how they anchor you, steady, whole, and connected to a slow, abundant intelligence. From these roots, a tiny green shoot begins to answer the seed you planted earlier. It is not rushed. It thickens when it needs to. It pauses when the night asks it to. Your inner shoot is the same, paced, purposeful, persistent in small increments. We will now weave the core intention more simply, short phrases that are easy for the sleeping mind to carry forward. Choose the one that resonates and let it repeat like a low drumbeat beneath your breath. If none lands perfectly, use the one you set earlier at your sternum. It may change shape over time, and that is allowed. Core intentions, soft and steady. I rest as reclamation. I am rooted and rising. I receive with grace. I move with gentle courage. Say these once, then again, quieter, allowing them to dim into the background of your awareness. I rest as reclamation. I am rooted and rising. I receive with grace. I move with gentle courage. As the phrases slow, imagine a silver thread of moonlight descending from above, alighting at your sternum, then trickling through your veins like ink coloring water. It moves into your hands, your hips, your belly, nourishing places that remember ancient rhythms more readily than the thinking mind does. The moonlight is not a fix. It is an ally. It approves nothing and judges nothing. It simply illuminates what is already there, patiently. Let it pass through you, sensing how the body accepts its cool warmth. A small, simple visualization now, brief and soft. Picture rain at dusk, not a storm, but a steady, warm mist that makes the soil smell of promises. Each drop is one of the affirmations you've offered tonight. They fall slow and even, and the ground receives them. Your inner garden drinks. There is a gentle heat under the soil. It is the kind of heat that fosters growth without burning. Trust that the night will do the patient chemistry you do not need to oversee. We will gently repeat a short series of phrases that combine the language of the heart with the authority of intention. These are meant to be simple and repeatable by the mind when it quiets. I am soft and I am strong. I rest and I reclaim. My limits protect me and my openness sustains me. I move forward with steady, kind courage. Softly once more, as if folding the words into the night's pocket. I am soft and I am strong. I rest and I reclaim. My limits protect me and my openness sustains me. I move forward with steady, kind courage. If a small private smile arrives, welcome it. If a tear eases loose,
let it be a soft clearing. Your body knows how to choose its own medicine. You are allowed all the tenderness that comes with showing up.
Now, as you grow quieter, imagine the transition from night to morning as a long, slow bottom note that hums beneath everything. It is not a demand for action. It is a quality of assurance. The morning that comes after this sleep may feel different, gentler, steadier, easier to inhabit. But there is no prescription here. Instead, hold a possibility like a warm stone in your hand. You may wake with a small, clear knowledge of what to keep near and what to let go. You may notice a different tone in your breathing. You may simply feel lighter. All of these are permitted. None are required. We will now offer a final, lowering set of phrases. Short, uncomplicated statements to be carried by the subconscious through the night's work. Allow them to fall into you like petals. Final soothing phrases. I rest, therefore I reclaim. I let the year begin with softness. I welcome steady growth. I wake into gentle power. Say them once, then again, almost a whisper, so quiet that your body can hear and the thinking mind can sleep. I rest, therefore I reclaim. I let the year begin with softness. I welcome steady growth. I wake into gentle power. As your awareness dims towards sleep, bring back the image of the moonlit meadow for a final, loving moment. See the bloom bending towards you in recognition. See the seed you planted resting under the earth, calm and confident. Feel the moon's reflection in the quiet water, steady and unhurried. Let all of this be a watchful, benign presence that keeps the promises of your intention like a lighthouse without urgency. A blessing now, simple and expansive, spoken as permission rather than command. May your rest be deep enough to tend the seeds you have seeded. May your wakefulness be tender enough to follow the small clues of your body. May your year unfold in rhythms you choose, with devotion to your own softness. May you wake curious, steady, and open to the life you are building slowly. Breathe this blessing in as you would a cool, fragrant night air. Breathe out the old scripts that no longer serve. There is nothing else required of you this night than the humble, sovereign act of resting. If you would like to return to this practice, a gentle reminder. Saving or bookmarking this can make it easy to find again. Keep it as a small, faithful doorway back to this threshold. This is simply an option. There is no judgment either way. As the edges of consciousness, then, know this. What begins now does not depend on frantic effort. It depends on the sustained, quiet fidelity of your attention, on showing up in small ways over and over. Tonight, you have shown up. Tonight, you have tended. Tonight, the seeds are beneath the soil. And the night will do what nights do best. Turn what is tender into something rooted. In these last moments, offer yourself a final, private phrase that you can carry into sleep. The core you placed at your sternum. The intention that feels most true.
Repeat it once in the hollow of your chest so the bones and organs can remember it. I rest as reclamation. Let it become softer and softer until it is a felt thing and not a spoken one. Feel the weight of your breath slowing, the lungs releasing into the support beneath you. Feel the body loosen like water poured into a basin. If your mind drifts to tasks or lists, imagine placing each thought into a leaf and letting the stream carry it away. You may come back to those leaves tomorrow. For now, allow them to flow. The night will hold them in safer custody than any hurried promise. Before the final hush, a small, warm note of human tenderness. You have done something brave tonight. There is a bravery in choosing rest when the world applauds action. There is sovereignty in deciding that your power is not measured only by output.
Smile for that quiet courage. Maybe a tiny, gentle laugh, soft and almost embarrassed, floats up and then settles. It is welcome, it is real, it is entirely yours. Now, as sleep takes the foreground, let the final affirmations dissolve into a soothing chorus you no longer need to attend. They will work in the background while the body and the night do their slow alchemy. One last set, as soft as breath. I rest as reclamation. I am rooted and rising. I receive with grace. I awaken toward alignment. Hold them lightly. Let them sink. You may now let go. There is nothing to prove, nothing to accomplish. The first night of the year has already been marked by your choice to care for yourself with intention and tenderness. Let the meadow, the moon, the seed, and your warm, steady breath be the witnesses. Transformation begins in small, secret ways, and tonight you have given it room. When you wake, there will be time for lists and plans, for action shaped by clarity. For now, allow the soft work to continue in the mineral, patient language of sleep. You are being tended by forces both within and around you. Your body, your breath, the slow cycles of the world. Trust them enough to rest. If this ritual felt supportive to you and you would like more invitations like this one to enter the night with intention, consider returning for another gentle practice. There are others waiting, each shaped to meet the tender edges of different days. If you feel called, a quiet follow, subscribe, or join this small circle. We'll let you find them easily. No hurry, no pressure. Only an open door. For now, my voice steps back and the night takes the lead. May your sleep be the good kind, the kind that tends, that repairs, that plants. May you wake into a year that is not larger than you, but more aligned with the truth that already lived inside you all along. Rest now. You are held, you are whole, you are waking toward your power. Good night.